Be happy, be healthy, be your best. Be your best.
So I came to Posa Springs this last week for a few days, and it's the Posa Springs Resort. Just needed a few days to do some thinking. My mom turned 90 a month ago, and I promised her that I would take her here to celebrate not her birthday, but making 9 decades. She's in great health, no prescriptions. She still drives, vacuums, changes her sheets, cooks for herself. But I wanted to bring her to this really special spot because she could soak in the pools and she could get some minerals into her body while enjoying the pools. And actually, if I zoom in over there on one of the pools, there she is right there, 90 years old, soaking in a pool, visiting with a couple of ladies in the pool. She's absolutely amazing at 90 years old. But I wanted to talk to you about something that is significant here at Posa Springs, but is something that you also can do by yourself, even at home or if you're visiting somewhere. And so what we're going to do is we're going to walk down here into this area. And all the pools here have varying varying degrees. Sorry about that. It's good to help keep from getting disease. Varying degrees of temperature. So like right here, you can see this one here says daydreaming. And so it can go anywhere from a 99 to 112 in one day, just depending on when you're in it. I'm going to climb down in here because I want you to see some of what forms this area here coming out of the pool. It's really, really cool. Look at the colors of what the water coming out of this does in the rock. And it's really fascinating because in the pools there is, let's see if I can get up close enough so you can see it. There's like all these little white specks floating in the water, okay? They're called tufa. And the tufa comes up out of the springs. There's a mother spring here that's the deepest hot spring so far that they've ever measured in the world. And the tufa is really beneficial for your health when you're in the hot springs. It just helps with minerals in the body. So you can go in the pools, soak up the minerals, and then if you get really hot in the pools, what you can do is you can go down here, and there is what is called here the cold rush. The cold rush is an area that they have rocked off in the river, and you go in and you plunge. Now I want to tell you a little bit about this. Cold plunging is getting more knowledge. People are doing it all the time. Some of them get these buckets that they can put in their backyard for ice plunges and whatever, but I did some research on it, and it's really interesting. For women, the cold plunge temperatures that are actually best for the hormones are 50, 55 and above. And it's recommended that you start out with about 30 seconds, work up to a minute, minute and a half, 3 minutes. Then some people go to 10 minutes, some longer. But the recommendation is that after you get out of the cold plunge, and this is actually a beautiful area, that you don't jump right back into a hot temperature. Or for example, if you're at home and you're deciding, you know what, I'm going to do this at home in my shower. I'm going to take a hot shower, and at the end, I'm going to turn it to cold, and I'm going to stand there because it's really good for the immune system, really boosts the immune system. Does a lot for the vagus nerve. For example, if I went in this water, which I did this morning for about 3 minutes, if you submerge to the top of the neck, it stimulates the vagus nerve, and you try to go under with your head. But you know what? At home with your shower, you can take a really hot shower, whatever you can stand, and then you can flip it to cold. However, if you do that for 30 seconds the first time, minute, minute and a half, 5 minutes, build up. When you get out, make sure that you just get out. Don't flip it back to hot, because if you flip it back to hot because you've gotten so cold with the cold water, it actually can undo a lot of benefit that you have done with the cold water that you did in the shower. So it's something that you would want to check with your primary caregiver. Make sure if you have any heart issues or any problems with your thyroid or whatever, that cold plunging, cold showering, cold whatever is good for you. But in the meantime, if you ever get to come to Posa Springs, the benefit of just the nature here, the hot pools, the ability to cold plunge, it's just a delightful little community, and you're able to stay for a night or two and enjoy all of the benefits of it. Remember the tufa that's in the pools? That is the minerals that float up from the springs. And actually the tufa ends up becoming what builds the rock formations. So fascinating place to visit. I know that you would enjoy it if you could, but remember that if you can't travel to some place like Posa Springs, which is just a few hours away from where I live, that you still can get the benefit of hot water and cold water by plunging in your shower from as hot as you can stand to cold and getting the benefits of it. So, signing off here from Posa Springs. I hope you have a lovely day. And I am going to leave pretty soon in a couple hours, so I'm going to go soak in some hot, take another hot plunge. See you again in a future episode.
Your best. Be happy.